Hey guys, welcome to week 6 of the Tea in Tokyo podcast. My name is Somya.
And I am Ellie.
So this week, we had a fun wee trip to Kamakura.
That's really bad.
Oh yeah, to Kamakura.
We went to Kamakura, Enoshima Island, and then we end the podcast discussing trains.
Yeah, so this week, I had to go to work every day. But on our day off, our new friend showed us around Kamakura. Because she's been there a bunch of times, so it was basically like having a wee tour guide.
Yeah, she's taken, I think it was like 8 or 13 or something people to Kamakura, so she had like a solid plan of places to visit.
Although I think we did take her to like one new place because we felt bad.
Yeah,
right?
She sent me like a list of temples and she was like, all of these are sort of like on our way, so pick your favourite one. And then the one we picked, she hadn't actually had anyone pick before because it looked a bit smaller. But the reason we chose it is because I think it was the oldest one, or I don't know.
Yeah, that was the first one we went to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kamakura is like a small town, probably like an hour from Tokyo.
It was exactly an hour on the train from our place.
Yeah, so exactly an hour from Omori. It's like past like Yokohama and stuff. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so what you kind of go there just to see a bunch of shrines, I think.
It's also kind of like a beachside town, so I think people go swimming there as well in the summer.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, so heaps of people surfing there, even in winter, but probably not tourists. So we went to like 5 different temples. So the first one we went to was right next to Kamakura Station.
Well, it was Kita Kamakura Station.
Oh, Kita Kamakura Station.
Yeah, so we took the Kaihin Tohoku line to like Yokohama Station, and then we caught like another line, I can't remember what it was, like Yokosuke or something, I don't know, to Kita Kamakura.
Oh, right. Yeah, this is the first time that we've been on like a little baby train.
Yeah.
Right? Was that the baby train?
Well, it was a bit older, I think. No, this wasn't the baby train. This first one was one where
just still a normal train.
Instead of facing in a normal train in Japan, there's seats against the wall facing inside the carriage, but in this one it was like normal seats facing forward.
Oh, right, yeah, that's right, yeah. So this was the normal one, but the station was super tiny. And the temple was called Inga-kuji Temple. Yeah, I liked it. I don't know why her other friends didn't want to go.
She did say that she reckoned it was way bigger than the website made it look. Like the website made it look like it was a tiny shrine, but it's quite big. It has like quite a lot of buildings.
But we really liked it based on just the pictures online. So.
Yeah, it has a tooth of Buddha enshrined.
Yeah, but we didn't actually see the tooth of Buddha, right? You have to like pay. Did you have to pay extra?
No,
actually, I don't even know.
it's only able to be viewed up close at like certain times during the year, like during Golden Week.
Right, yeah, that's right.
So you can see the building that the tooth of Buddha is enshrined in.
Yeah, and we don't know which tooth it was or anything about that.
All we know is that someone from China like gifted it to the temple like in the 1500s or something.
Yeah, and everything in the shrine temple thing was like super old. What's the difference between a shrine and a temple? I don't know if we went to shrines or if we went to temples.
Same thing, right?
I feel like a shrine is outside and a temple is inside.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think like a shrine is like the garden and stuff, and then a temple is just a building. In which case, we saw both. We saw both shrines and temples.
I'm going to look up shrine versus temple. Temples are Buddhist and shrines are Shinto. There we go.
Okay, well there you go. In that case, that one was a temple.
So temples have a large incense burner and many Buddhist statues, and may or may not have a graveyard attached, while shrines have large, often like red torii or sacred gate standings in front of them. There we go, now we know. So that one was a temple, and then we went to a shrine next.
Yeah, I really like that one. Like, there's like that big like temple shrine thing as soon as you get there, like up on stilts.
There's like a gateway to get into it.
Yeah, it's like a gateway, but then it's like a building. Like the gateway is a building
with some cool like intricate like carvings on the inside.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was also very quiet. Like
there was nobody there.
Like a couple of other people there.
And it's during this is spring break right now, so if there's ever a time for people to visit, it'd probably be right now. Oh, actually, then again, it is winter. But still, it was quiet, especially compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Because you had to pay to get in this one, actually. So it was 300 yen to get in, which is super cheap. that's like $4, right?
Yeah, so like totally like worthwhile. Like I don't mind paying for that sort of thing because it's such a small amount that like you know that it's going towards like the upkeep of the building and like
Yeah,
you know,
super small
that
amount.
sort of thing.
Yeah, we only paid like, like 2,000 yen, if that, like 1,500 yen altogether for all the shrines for like a whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second one that we went to was called the Hokukoji Temple, otherwise known as the Bamboo Forest Temple. So I guess the fact that it's called a temple must mean that it is Buddhist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always assume that like Buddhist and Shinto is the exact same thing. I didn't even think for a second that they were different.
Well, they're different religions, right?
Yeah, but when we were there, I didn't think like, oh, this is a...
Yeah, you didn't recognise it as being...
Yeah, like I was probably looking for Buddha in all of them, even though you wouldn't find it.
But yeah, this one was... So we caught a train. Like we went like one further stop. Like one more stop. And then we got off and walked for a little bit.
No, it wasn't a train. It was a bus.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Caught a bus. And this one was like a wee mini... like bamboo forest within Kamakura City, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, forest is too strong a word for what this was.
Yeah.
It was like a garden with bamboo trees there. And like all the trees were held together by ropes.
Yeah, I think it's because the like bamboo was so tall that to stop it from like swaying too much or something, they must have had to like tie them all together.
I think it's because it's a fake forest, so they don't have like proper like roots and things, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, it was more just like, it was like a garden, right? Like a large garden of bamboo.
Yeah.
But it was very beautiful. They had like some little like, it's up against sort of like mountainside is too strong, but like a hill.
Yeah.
And there's like a little cave where they've got like little mini like shrines, maybe tombstones.
It's like ornaments, I would say. But yeah, you're not actually allowed to go in the cave. This is a great place to take photos. It's like a budget Kyoto, right?
Yeah, so Kyoto is known for the big bamboo forest, and so this one you could easily get a photo that like looks just as good as that one, but if you're in Tokyo, it's like way closer. yeah,
but definitely when I was looking over like my photos afterwards, definitely don't point your camera upwards because all those ropes make it look a bit dumb. And then there was like a temple there, but I don't think you can go into it. Like you can just stand next to it.
There was also like the option, so you could pay $300 yen for entry, or pay, I think it was 700 yen for entry and to be able to go to like the little, like get a green tea and like little like sugar cookies. And definitely like I don't think you need to pay for the green tea part.
Yeah, not worth it. Not worth it at all.
Our friend who like took us, she hadn't actually had any of the other people who she'd gone with before like want to pay for the tea, but we were like, oh screw it, like we may as well splash out and like get a cup of tea. But and it was like cool. It was like authentic tea that was like whisked up by the people there. You got to sit in like it was like serene. You were looking out over the bamboo, like an open cafe.
Although even that, I feel like it wasn't special enough to pay that much.
Yeah, that's the problem. It was
seemed
like
all
too overpriced.
Yeah, it was too overpriced, and then the area isn't naturey enough. I think I feel like it feels kind of fake. Like if you're gonna pay for tea, you might as well do it in a place that's actually like in the mountains. You know, like go somewhere that's actually secluded and then pay for it.
What price do you think you would have been willing to pay for that too?
Like 200.
Oh yeah, so like half of what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, we also don't like green tea, is what we found out.
Yeah, I found out I don't like green tea.
Or at least like authentic green tea with the amount of powder that they put in. Because we went to a sushi train a week ago, and you can like make your own green tea by pouring in like how much you want of the actual flavoring, the green tea like powder, yeah. And yeah, we probably did like 1 teaspoon or something, which is half
what they recommend. But I liked it when it was tasting like this. This was like very strong.
Oh, in that temple, it definitely wasn't like 2 teaspoons. It was probably like 10. Like, in fact, I think that's a cheap version. I doubt they're all. They're definitely not all ones that you just scoop in. You know.
Yeah.
Surely not.
Well, I think normally it's when they grind it up, which is what your blade said they did at this one.
Ah,
so
right.
they make it for you. But, like, regardless, the tea wasn't great. The temple itself was really beautiful. After that,
we went to the Hachimangu temple. Which, yeah, so that's like near the train station or near the bus stop.
So this was a very big temple.
Yeah, this one was massive, and it's free, so there were a lot of people here. And there's like food stalls and stuff outside. And this one was really cool because of the hawks.
Yes, there was a bunch of hawks like circling overhead, and they had warnings being like, if you get food from the food stalls, to like be careful. And we witnessed that happening. Some like school kids had like, I don't know, like meat skewers, and like a hawk flew down and tried to like take it off one of them, which was pretty creepy.
Yeah, that was pretty scary, because like I saw the hawk coming down and I was thinking, man, what the hell is this hawk doing? Because it's flying so low, because like you can always see them circling, but like super high up, like 200 meters in the air. And yeah, it like totally like attacked this dude's meal.
To be fair, I think he had been like holding it out to see if he could tempt the hawk, but then he got like a fright when the hawk actually like went for it.
I kind of want to do that next time though, just hold something up to see like if they can snatch it off me.
Yeah, but the problem is hawks, like normally someone who like trains hawks will have like arm guards on to protect them. So like if it tries to land on you, you're kind of like going to get shredded. But it was kind of cool. There was some sort of like...
Although it wouldn't land on you. Like think about it. If it's got a prey, it doesn't land on its prey. It just grabs its prey and runs away.
Yeah, but what if it mistakes your arm for being the prey? You know, they normally grab full rabbits.
They have very good eyesight though.
But as we walked further into the temple, there was like some guy burning a like bonfire with like arrows.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of that was.
Like as in like bow and arrows, like they had like piles of arrows instead of kindling wood.
Yeah, with the like the feathers on them and everything. Yeah, who knows why he was doing that? That definitely must be like a warrior thing. Maybe like if you burn arrows, you get the warrior spirit.
I don't think you should. That is probably not true. I don't think you should include that in this.
Yeah.
And also after we went up the stairs and viewed the actual temple, we came back down, and we saw there was like, we went off to the side because there's all these like white flags, and there was like a lady there, and she just had like pigeons like sitting on her.
Yeah.
And she was like really nice. She saw us looking and she sort of like beckoned us over, and then she like gave us food to feed the pigeons, and they like, she tried to get them to like go on to us. But then like they ate the food from her hand, and then they just like started full on fighting on her arms, and she was like totally cool with it.
And they didn't look like they were pigeons that had like their wings clipped or anything like that. Like,
oh no, they could totally fly,
they could fly around, yeah.
Because at one point one flew off her and then back up, and then it like started fighting the other pigeon. Well,
because she also had those two
probably...
doves next to her.
Yeah.
That were like, they weren't on her, but they were just hanging around.
I think they're like wild, but she's like tamed them. You know, like with food.
Yeah, yeah. If you give enough food to anything, it'll probably be tamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to like feed it with our hands, and it feels really nice.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't feel nice, but like it, you know, it pecks at you, and like it, yeah, it's just unusual.
Yeah, she did try to get it to go onto my arm, but it like did not want to go
on
on
it really
my arm.
didn't. It like fell.
I think it's because I was wearing like knitwear, and she had like a proper jacket on, so like, the texture was like too different. Plus, like, it doesn't know who I am, you know?
Yeah.
She's its like owner or like trainer or something. But yeah, that was cool. It was like, she was so nice, and like, you know, she didn't want like payment or anything. She was just like letting people...
Yeah, we didn't know if we should give her money or not in that situation. Like,
because
should we give her a
Japan,
couple of $100 or something?
Tipping is like rude.
Yeah, but that's not tipping. That's like the actual money, right?
Nah, but she'd like done it with the kid. There was like some high school kids who she like got them to come over and do it beforehand, and they didn't pay her. So I just like took my like instructions from them. You know,
yeah,
like,
true.
what they did. So after that temple.
Yeah, so after that one, we went to the Kamakura Daibutsu.
Ah, yes. So...
which is also known as the Great Buddha of Kamakura.
Yeah, so it's like a massive Buddha statue. Now, like, before we went there, Steph warned us. She was like, other people have taken to this have been really let down because they expect it to be, like, huge. So she was, like, getting our expectations really low, which meant that when we went there, they were, like, exceeded.
Yeah, I reckon it's pretty damn big, though.
Although, it was... How much was it to get into that one?
It was, like... 600, I think, maybe.
Yeah, it was kind of expensive to enter,
yeah.
and then all that was there was like a giant Buddha statue that you look at, and
that's
then you're
literally
like, cool. But you get to go inside of it as well, for 20 yen. Totally worth it for the, like, once. Like, I wouldn't go inside again, because you only really need to go inside once.
But 20 yen is literally, like, 10 cents, so
yeah,
it's definitely worth it for that price.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But there's nothing to see inside. And also, it's not like it's that big inside. Like, you could probably fit, like, 6 people in there.
Yeah, so you go inside and there's like an information board. So we learnt that it was like, what, 500 years old?
Yeah, it was more. It was like 750 years old.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So that was like totally worth the 20 yen.
Yeah, that was worth it. Like I've been to one in Thailand, called like the Great Buddha statue or something, and that one is it's called like the Sleeping Buddha or something. Anyway, it's like 30 meters long or something, and it's massive and it's gold. But this one wasn't quite that nice, but yeah, it was
That's
alright.
kind of nice and humble, but yeah, so
Yeah.
we only stayed there, like we literally like looked at it for a bit, went inside and then left. So definitely I don't think it was worth as much as it was to get in, but maybe still. Like if you're being a tourist, sometimes you've just got to spend extra to do the touristy things.
Yeah, you do. I think it's okay, like as part of like a package with the other ones,
Yeah.
because it only takes 20 minutes. So like when you have like a spare 20, you just go there.
And so after that this was when we caught our first baby train, right?
Oh yeah, the baby train. Yeah, so I only had like three carriages, or 3 or 4, and then but it also just looked super old school.
Yeah, like it looked like a toy train that had been like blown up in size.
Yeah, actually, yeah, going on that train it made me think that I was on, you know in The Simpsons where Reverend Lovejoy has his toy cut.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, I was like thinking, like I was in that cut.
Yeah.
I was just going round and round in circles.
I also felt like the train was like, it had been made that size, like 4 carriages, when Kamakura was like not as big, because it was like quite crowded.
Yeah, it's super busy. Like at the end of the day when we were going home, it was at the end. Like there were so many people who couldn't even get on the train.
Yeah, because it was just not
Yeah.
big enough for the population.
Yeah, and the tracks are so small that when you go in one direction, like the other train, there's only one track, so the other train has to wait for you, and then when you go past them, then they can go on the same track.
But-
like it's so tiny.
Not talking about trains, we took the train to Enoshima Island.
Yeah, Enoshima Island, which is so you go past all the beaches and stuff, so you can see like you get a really good view of the ocean, and it's basically they've got like a walkway going to this island.
Like a bridge across to the island.
Yeah, and it's a really nice island with a temple right at the top, or like a shrine, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like it looks like some sort of like snowboarding small town, except the fact that there's no snowboarding and no snow there. But what I mean is that it's just super tiny, and and it's got like one main street that's
narrow,
like small
very
and
narrow
narrow.
walkways.
It's like really cozy, and then like there's the restaurants have these like pipes sticking out with like steam coming out of their kitchen, and like it just seems like super warm and super cozy. So I can imagine like you can imagine like a similar small thing in like Colorado or something where they all snowboard and stuff. But yeah, that was a cool little island with the shrine. Apparently what?
Apparently you can, on like the right day, from the top of the island, you can view Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
And we had really bad luck. You could view like everything, and then literally right where Mount Fuji was, there was a cloud. No clouds anywhere else. It was like a beautiful sunset, and it looked so cool. Like the sky was like on fire, and then like right over Mount Fuji, it was just like covered, like clouds everywhere.
Yeah, I'm super curious to know why that is.
Yeah.
I reckon it's just that the clouds just get stuck on Mount Fuji because it's so big. Yeah, what do you reckon? Does that make sense?
Who knows? But you know what, we'll go with that.
Yeah, but the view was really nice, and right at the top of like the little hill that you climb up, there's like a viewing tower, so you can pay extra to get in there.
I think it's 500 yen, but we didn't because Mount Fuji was in clouds, so we were like, maybe next time.
Yeah, it's not that much higher. It's probably like 30 meters, so it's like everything you can see from the top of the hill, you can see from up there. So maybe you'll get a slightly better view of Mount Fuji, but
I think if Mount Fuji wasn't covered in cloud, it would have been maybe worthwhile to do once.
Yeah.
But the other cool thing about this like shrine is that it was like up quite high, like you had to walk up a few steps. But they did also have an escalator. We didn't take it. We decided it was worthwhile to just walk it to like see more. But it is kind of cool that like like elderly people or people who are like differently abled will be able to also visit the shrine.
Yeah, and also the island has a Hello Kitty cafe. But I was too scared to go to it because of flashbacks to the Frozen cafe.
Yeah, I still think I'd like to go. It looked pretty cute. They had like the outside, they had like a specific like matcha Hello Kitty stall where everything was green, but you could also go in and get like Hello Kitty themed food.
Yeah, the menu looked pretty trash though, I reckon.
I didn't think so. I thought it looked good. I think you're just traumatized from Frozen Cafe.
No, I think it's because there's no other vegetarian meal, so you think that it's good just because they have vegetarian.
Hey. Maybe.
So yeah, but the actual island was cool. And then on the way back, because we ended up finishing in sunset. So when we were walking back, there was the greatest sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Where Mount Fuji should be. We still couldn't see Mount Fuji because of the clouds, but the light going through the clouds looked awesome. It looked like there was a volcano erupting. Mount Fuji might as well have been erupting there.
/ it looked like either the apocalypse was happening or a miracle was occurring because the sun was shining bright orange over that area.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I got some really, really good photos of that, which I still haven't gone through. I really need to edit those photos.
But yeah, so we walked back to the train station, and unfortunately it was, closed for, I think there was, an accident or something.
Yeah, we have no idea. They were, speaking in Japanese, obviously, so we didn't know what was happening. But we had to go to another train station with the help of a little kind lady.
Well, two ladies, really, because we went to sort of, try ask the, station person, station master, I don't know, how to get to the next station so we could walk to it. And then a little Japanese lady heard us asking that, and she was said to him in Japanese, oh, I'm going there, I'll take them.
Yeah.
But then she seemed kind of confused, and then another lady saw her with us and she spoke English, and she was like, oh, don't worry about it, I'm going the same way, I speak English, I'll take them.
Yeah, how nice.
And she was so nice. We had a really cool chat with her. She's from Thailand originally, I think she said, right?
No, China.
Was it?
Yeah.
And she has kids our age who live in Tokyo, and she was so kind, and she saw that we weren't wearing face masks, and she was like, oh, you've got to keep safe, you can have one of mine, and we were like, don't worry about it. But
yeah, she's super scared of coronavirus and whatnot.
Yeah, it was just so sweet that she was going to give up her face mask. She only had one spare one, and she wanted us to take it.
I can't imagine I don't know, in New Zealand and stuff, I can't imagine seeing a tourist that doesn't know where they are and then just being oh, hey, you can follow me this way.
Yeah, someone being maybe a 15-minute walk away.
They'll give directions for sure.
Yeah, they'd totally be go down this road and turn right, but she walked us all the way to the train station.
Yeah.
It was pretty
that
cool.
Was super nice.
And then so we took the train back, and then literally at the station before our one, so at Kamata station, it was delayed.
Yeah, there was a huge accident between that station and our station. Don't know what happened.
I think
it said human. Yeah, it said human related accident, and the train got delayed for 1.5 hours.
And at first it said it was going to start up again at 7:30.
And it was 7.
Yeah, luckily it was at the station, so we were sweet, we'll go get some food. And then when we got back to the station after 7:30, it was still there. And then the message board kept on being going at 10 more, 10 minutes away, so we're oh, we'll just wait. And then it changed to being 10 minutes after that, and so we kept on being we'll wait.
When we went back on the train, it was so crowded that we had to go to the next carriage until we finally found one that had room. But then it's crazy how Japanese people are so used to it that even when it was super crowded and there's just no more room, people would just keep coming on.
Yeah.
And it'd be okay, well, thank God, now we're in a busy enough carriage where no one else can get on, and then 50 more people come on.
Yeah. So right before it left, even a bunch of people managed to push on.
Yeah.
It was kind of annoying though. I wish they just said from the beginning the actual time it was going to leave, because we could have easily have caught a bus and been there way quicker, but because it was saying in only a few minutes, we didn't want to get out and then wait. I know, but still, it would have saved us an hour waiting.
Yeah, that's by far the biggest delay that we've seen.
Especially because, it was good. The train was at the station, so you could get off and get food and stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of food, we went to a burger place by Omori Station, and that burger place, it's called Changes. Man, so good. If you want a Western style burger place, that's the place to go. It's they have vegetarian stuff.
It's named
right
after
next to
they love
station.
Tupac there. They had Tupac albums everywhere. It's named Changes.
Yeah, I saw the Tupac album, and then it didn't even hit me that that's probably why they're called Changes.
That's the impression that I got. Yeah,
I think that is why it's called Changes. But yeah, man, they put so much avocado in the burgers.
Yeah, literally a whole avocado per burger.
I never had that. That's probably one of the most delicious burgers I've had. But then it's also the most slippery burger I've ever had.
Yeah, when you tried to bite into it, everything would just fall out.
Yeah.
But it was really good. They had a vegetarian burger on the menu, which is why I wanted to go there. So it's like literally right to the right of, no, sorry, the left of Amori Station.
Well, it depends where you're facing.
When you're facing the burger joint, it was to the right. Or if you're facing Amori Station, it's to the right.
No, it's not. It's literally the opposite.
The left.
What the hell?
I mean the left.
Why would anyone be facing Amori Station? If anything, they'd be coming out of Amori Station.
Yeah, but if you want directions, you turn towards Amori Station and then you walk left.
This reminds me of, I had a class last week where you have to teach directions. And it's always like out of the train station, which way do you go to get somewhere? Turns out you'd be bad at that one.
No, see, because in the class, I've taken that class, and when I did it, I said, okay, so what are you facing? I'm opposite the park, so when you're facing the park, turn left. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, alright. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go there again.
On a negative note, let's end on a negative note, because that's always fun. It finally happened.
Oh, yeah, it's finally happened.
I jinxed it the other week. I said, trains are great. I don't know what people are talking about when they talk about getting, roped and assaulted on the train.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that happened.
Ellie had her first groping experience on the train.
Although I don't know if groping is the right word, because he only touched my butt a little bit, then he was, fully dry humping me. It was the train was so...
That's worse, probably.
It was pretty horrible. But, the train was so crowded. This was after work. And, I physically couldn't move. I don't know how he found the space to do humping, but...
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I was really pissed off at myself because I was it made me doubt myself. At first I was okay, this is just the carriage moving, I'm being dramatic. And then I was to myself, this is my conversation in my head. And then I was don't be stupid, Ellie. You know the difference between carriage movement and someone humping your leg.
Yeah, you can't doubt yourself. You know the truth.
Yeah, I turned around and glared at him and he just smiled at me.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And it made me mad because in New Zealand I think you'd be more people wouldn't be shocked if you turned around and yelled at them or stomped on his foot, but I didn't want to be that foreigner making a scene. And also there was so many people that I couldn't have done anything. I don't speak the language enough to be stop. I don't even know what stop is in Japanese.
Yeah, there's the whole so first it's just super busy, so it's just an awkward position to be in. Because
you physically can't get away.
Yeah, and you don't even know, it could have been the guy next to him for all you know.
Yeah, I wasn't, so I didn't want to stand, I went to go stand on his foot really hard, but then I was crap, I don't want to stand on some innocent side, person's foot.
Yeah, and then also it's even if you, say that it happened to, let's say the security or police or something at the station, it's what do you even mean to do in that situation? There's no way you know who it is. There's so many goddamn
people.
There's
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people.
They're not going to there's nothing they can do about it. It's one of those situations where I don't even know. And
I hate that it's downplayed, because if someone went up to you on a bus in New Zealand and started humping you, that would be considered sexual assault. There's no doubt about it. But in Japan, it's just it's chikan. It's
yeah, that's one of those things. Yeah, in New Zealand, there'd be someone would video it, and then it'd be on it'd go viral as this ridiculous, stupid,
some crazy
terrible,
person,
terrible thing that's happened. Yeah. Whereas here, it's
at least I like to think that's what would happen in New Zealand, but
yeah, true. It probably does happen quite a lot where that doesn't happen. But,
but I think New Zealand's not crowded enough for people to be so confident doing it.
Yeah.
He got off it was one stop, and then he ran away. So the next stop, the train, because I work at Shinagawa station, which is a very busy station, and so the train's always really busy at that time for that first stop, but then lots of people get off at the next one, and it's relatively quiet for our stop. But yeah, it was just god damn it, the honeymoon phase is over. But a couple of days later we went to Kamakura, had a great time, so it's sort of
yeah, that got your mind off it.
I was talking about it with some people at work, because some of them had mentioned, oh, be ready for when you go home, that's going to happen. And I was it won't happen, and then it did. And they were saying that, you've just got to with Japan, you got to be ready to take the good with the bad. Yeah,
so now I'm meeting Ellie after work for a little bit.
Yeah, although not today, because we finish at different times, but I think I'm going to try take the, there's girl-only carriages, which I know some people get quite angry about because they think it's sexist, but, this is one of those horrible situations where, it's kind of the Like, it's not a good solution, but it's the best solution.
Yeah, true, actually, yeah. I haven't thought of that. You can definitely take the girls' carriage, eh?
I don't know if there's one at that time of night, but we'll see.
Well, you can see, yeah.
But, like, yeah, apparently it's, like, they're not actually... I was looking up about it, and it's not actually, like, a legal requirement for women only. So often there'll be, like, male protesters will go in and, like, protest the fact that it's a woman-only carriage.
Yeah, but, you know, if they're protesting... They're not protesting by groping everybody, so...
Yeah, but still, like, the reason women are in there is because they probably had a horrible experience in another carriage.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I think in this case, I'm, like... I'd normally be, like, opposed to, like, segregation based on, like, sex, but in this case, I'm sort of like, there's obviously a reason for it.
Yeah, there's a reason for it, yeah.
But, ignoring the crap that was that, Kamakura was great.
And most journeys on the trains are good.
Yeah, like, I've caught the train, like, a lot of times now, like, 5 times a week, 5, 6, 7 times a week, multiple times a day. And it's only happened once. Now I know. I'm just going to make sure I'm up against the wall next time so that I've got the wall behind me.
Yeah, yeah. Or
in the female carriage.
Yeah, or like the people that are sitting down, like, next to them.
Yeah, because then you're not, like...
Surely no one's brave enough to, like, you know, like, just actually raise their hand and do that. Surely not.
Honestly, who knows? I would have thought that you'd have to be pretty... like, perverted and, like, brave is the wrong word. Like,
yeah, you're right, yeah.
You'd have to be pretty horrible to, like, in a crowded place, just start humping a stranger, but apparently not.
Pretty, a deviant.
I don't know, evil?
Evil, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I've got to go to work soon, so let's...
Alright, guys, well, thank you for listening to episode 6 of the Tea in Tokyo podcast. Remember, you can find this podcast on Spotify, Apple, and anywhere else you find your pods. And you can also follow us on social media. Our Instagram is T_in_Tokyo, and our Twitter is @TinTokyo. So we'll see you guys next time.